The southwest monsoon is turning deadly across parts of India, with heavy rain triggering series of fatal accidents even as much of the country continues to face a rainfall deficit. In Mumbai, a 55-year-old man lost his life after falling into an open manhole during heavy rain. In another incident, a 35-year-old biker died after a coconut tree collapsed on him during the downpour. In South Gujarat, relentless rain has claimed another life after a motorcyclist was killed in a pole collapse. Junagadh too witnessed a string of accidents with waterlogged potholes, causing multiple riders and pedestrians to fall, leaving several injured and raising fresh concerns over civic apathy. Ironically, these tragedies come at a time when the IMD says India is facing a 35% monsoon rainfall deficit, with nearly 79% of the country receiving below normal rainfall. While many regions are struggling with a lack of rain, others are witnessing intense cloudbursts and flooding. I'm being joined at this point by Dr. KJ Ramesh, who's a former DG for IMD. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening. Sir,
Yes,
is this
good evening.
normal for monsoons? Unfortunately, at least for the civic apathy, this seems to be normal. You know, we've seen this every monsoon. That's a story that plays out across the states. People falling in open manholes because they cannot see that it's water-filled streets. I mean, this is apathy after apathy. State governments just miserably failing to ensure that people can, one, enjoy the monsoon, two, just go about their daily chores. That's one part of it. But in terms of the deficit and the excessive rainfall, both coming at the same time, is this normal for monsoons?
See, monsoon always have these kind of variations spatially, because from June to September, whole country won't be receiving rainfall at a time. There are epochs, and then there will be active areas for the monsoon where rainfall will be happening, where rainfall will not be happening. So now this year, particularly from 12th June up to 22nd June, monsoon was stagnant after entering from Kerala about 4 days later than normal. 4th June it has entered Kerala. From up to 12th June, it has crossed Goa, and then it was stagnant. So now after 21st only, monsoon became active, and now for last 3 days, so to say, it has been exceptionally active on the Konkan coast, particularly from Ratnagiri to you can call Junagadh and Surat, and that will remain. And at the same time, Central India was totally dry. That's how you are telling that 70% of the country did not receive rainfall. That was the case up to 21st. Now for last 3 days, from 1st to 2nd, 3rd July, so deficit, all India deficit has come down by 10%. So much recouping has happened in last 3 days, that too for rainfall happening on Konkan coast, West Madhya Pradesh and Central India. So that is going to take care of it. Now East India also started getting rainfall. All the deficit, I think most of the deficit will get covered in about a week's time now.
All right. So, are you then saying that the El Nino impact that India had been staring at is of the past now?
No, no, El Nino impact will be there. But it is like a human body, no? When your human personality is very strong and your immunity is strong, viral infections won't affect you.
Are you calling the El Nino a viral infection? And
It is a climate driver for monsoon system. So when monsoon itself is strong, all those variability forcings won't impact that much. There will be impact, but it will not be significant impact. We have another offsetting climate driver sitting over western equatorial Indian Ocean, that we call it as Indian Ocean dipole. So that is in positive phase, that offsets the monsoon impact of El Nino. So there are contributing factors which will help us to overcome the deficit which was anticipated so strong but may not be that strong. Another third factor is climate change has been blessing for northwest India. For last 20 years, you are seeing Gujarat, Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Barmer are getting western Madhya Pradesh are getting flooded. They were the low rainfall regions traditionally. So climate change is also helping to overcome some of the deficit. That excess rain will continue to happen irrespective of El Nino or no El Nino.
But if you're talking about that and you're saying, it's difficult when you use climate change as a blessing for West Coast because
Not West Coast, Northwest India.
Northwest India, because by its very nature, both the things, the character of how Northwest India has been receiving its rains vis-a-vis climate change, both of them have their own nature, and I think the mixing of them can be very hazardous, can't they?
No, not mixing of them. What I'm telling is they were traditionally low rainfall regions. There was
Correct.
no water available for irrigation. That is getting transformed. That's
But
what I'm telling.
but is that the only does that get to be seen only as a benefit, because that then changes the entire geography, economics of that
Yes.
entire region, and
Yes,
doesn't it
productivity
have
changes. Productivity changes.
productivity
Yes,
changes?
definitely.
And if the northwest coast is getting more, isn't there a lack somewhere else that's building up?
No. Monsoon climate change is increasing rainfall everywhere in general. Somewhere more, somewhere less. But most of the India, except Gangetic Plains, climate change is increasing the rainfall for last 20 years. More
Yep.
increase would be on the western side.
And how should India be looking at this? How should it be preparing? Are there any things that India should be looking forward and prepare? Because you also have the Prime Minister recently talk about how India needs to be prepared and managing well for the impact of El Nino. Now, if you're saying that the monsoon's character is changing with respect to the nature of rain received by parts of the country, how is the country supposed to be prepared for this?
The country rainfall now comes in extremely high intensity, short duration, high intensity precipitation epochs. It is not like earlier slowly rainfall coming and then giving the rains. Now it will be high intensity, short duration precipitation. We should build a capability to hold on to the water whenever and in whatever form it comes, not allowing that water flowing into the drains and creating waterlogging and urban flooding, etc. So for that, water harvesting mechanism has to happen in a decentralized manner. Rooftop water harvesting is the easiest way to do it. Whatever water gets collected on your roof, just send it to the ground through a percolation tank in your own home premises. So that will incrementally reduce the water going onto the street and the drains. So that is another one. Most important thing, and farmers, farm ponds are the thing which are advocated by the Ministry of Agriculture. In the lowest part of their farmland, create a small pond and collect the water, whatever is received by your own farmland. So whenever dry spell is there, the same water can be used as a supplementary irrigation, at least one supplementary irrigation. So water use efficiency, water recycling and recharging and reuse got to be the new practices which
Right.
we have to build in.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. KJ Ramesh, for joining us.